Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Portland Snowhawks and the Arizona Cardinals. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second and 9, Murray escaping the pressure right, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Open man is Samuel, complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Murray keeps it himself, and he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Oh, now Murray has it stripped, and the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it, because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
2nd and 4. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
64, weak, good. Hey, box drop, box drop. 50, you gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You go see me in your nightmare. Check. Fresno.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0.
Next to score, Snowhawks 7, Bardinals nothing. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Terrific running there to start the drive, as that's going to go for 15 and a quick first down as well. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Here we go again.
First down, Murray. He'll get this to Devlin, his fullback. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll bring up a second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. There's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. To throw again on second down. Murray, he's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 50-yard line.
Watch tight end. Everyone's got 4 down.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Throwing is Murray on third down. Murray fighting, lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Beckham, the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27. 2nd and 10. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. This is caught inside the 15. And a huge play that time. And even 60 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Gay is on for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14, Cardinals nothing.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now this time, Murray to throw it. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Barkley on 1st down, running into a wall as he's stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Murray. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Flushed out right. He'll run it. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Murray now. Caught here by Bell. Touchdown, Cardinals! Le'Veon Bell, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Go.
He'll drop to throw. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it's 3rd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Topper! 45. Mike, 45. Rapid. Hey, Alpha. Check. Yep. 45 to Mike. Check. 45 to Mike.
Back to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. It's caught inside the 25. And they rattle off a big one. 54 yards.
A pickup on the play of 54 yards. And a Portland 1st down.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Hey, echo.
He'll look to throw. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 16-yard line.
We go. 10 Nova. Bristol Travis.
2nd and 5. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And it's 3rd and 5.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll drop the throw, and that's complete to McCaffrey. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. Gay's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Murray. And the catch made by Hopkins. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, Romo. It's out time. It's out time.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do it.
15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. On 1st and 10, here's Murray, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Murray. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray with his second touchdown here in this first half, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
They'll take over 2nd and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's a definite.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
18 games. Let's recon. 132 fighter. You got to step it up. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45. 5. Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, wahoo!
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
His pass intended for Odell Beckham. Incomplete. Casey Hayward on the coverage.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And Gay knocks this one through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the 2nd half.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Murray now to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Get ready.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40.
Check 13. Check 7.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Watch the pass. No. Hey. Hey, Charlie. Hey, go.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Hey, team 6.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Here we go. Set. General West. 70. Indy. Back to you. Go.
2nd and 14. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
On the double.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Go. Shit.
Back to throw here. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Here we go, G. Here I come. Here I come. 45 to Mike. Hey, Orvin. 45. Mike, 45. You must be dreaming.
Here's a second and 7. Howard has the first down and then some. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. 4 catches now on this drive alone. They can't stop him. It's another first down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
One receiver to the left is Evans.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Switch, switch, switch. Check, 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 check. Go, go. Ready, ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. O.J. Howard, his second touchdown on the season. And his guys are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And just like that, it's third down. Now Murray. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Hey, Delta.
They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Ready? Let's get it.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. Check 45. Come on. I got one. Let's go.
They're going to look to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, Foxtrot. Me and you all day. I'm getting it.
Now back to throw. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A third down gain of 19.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
Let's go. Squeeze.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Hey, exit. Let's go. Get set. You ain't got nothing. Patch it. Get it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now he finds Howard complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 28. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
64, win.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
2nd and 2. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Nifty move. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback. 15
yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Ready. 33. Check flag 33. 65. 65.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Le'Veon Bell, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Cardinals have once again taken the lead. Zuerlein good with a PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. Let's see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown! Christian McCaffrey, 77 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. So minutes after giving up the lead in the fourth quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Huh? Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
That's good for the Cardinals. First and 10 at the
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter.
Come on now, let's go.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
at the 36-yard line.
Back to throw. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Murray now, 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's first and 10. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. He's back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Barkley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done.
Check 15. Check. Fair.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Cards, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for our visitors, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.